So, Nate, tell me, what's your Canadian knowledge? Like, hit me with some Canadian trivia. What do you know about us?
That the greatest coffee shop in the world is Tim Hortons. But I'm trying to set a new trend, to call it Hortys, opposed to Timmy's. But it makes people go, "It's Timmy's, bro." I'm like, what about Hortys? They're like, "Nah, it just sounds dirty, sounds gross."
You can't change it. It's been like that for years.
You know what I say? You're like, oh.
I'll start the hashtag after this interview and see if it goes anywhere. That's amazing.
I love Canada so much, and you guys have embraced me so much, and like it just really sets us up perfect for the album on April 28th that's coming out. And my favorite moment to this day was being on stage at Boots and Hearts. Like I can't think of a better moment that I've had. Truly.
Wow. Do you think it's kind of funny that we have two Tennille's in country music?
It is funny. It is funny.
It is so random. Two Tennille's.
Pick sides too. They take a Tennille and they're like, "That's the one."
It's really hard to pick a side, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I already know who you're going to pick, though.
No, hey, that's the Tennille I know. So I don't know the other girl yet.
That's well, Tennille Arts. You'll meet her one day. I love this song, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, Whiskey on You. It's so funny because you are the nicest, from what I've seen, because we're first meeting for the first time, the nicest, most humble California dude with the biggest FU song out there.
It's a diss track, huh? It's a diss track. It's funny being a nice guy and then having a diss track. You're right. There's a funniness about that, huh?
So what do you do? Because obviously it's about your ex. You've talked about it a million times in interviews. Like, did she DM you? How does that conversation go?
How did we break up?
Well, but like the song came out and you're like, it's about my ex. Like, how does that conversation go? With
her?
Yeah.
We actually talked recently, and just just kind of checking in. We hadn't really had we had closure, but like we hadn't really talked in detail and stuff. And I asked her, I said, "How do you feel about the song being out and stuff like that and everything?" And she's like, "Honestly, when it comes on, I crank it up." I'm like, "No way." She's like, "I'll always support you." And I was like, dang. Got to make a new song out of that or something. I just thought that was really sweet. Like it was just like really, really nice of her and humble, and like it made me feel good because I did feel kind of like I hope the song doesn't hurt her because that's the last thing I'd want to do,
Yeah, I mean, but we've all been in that spot, which is why it's a lot of your music is like that. It's very organic and relatable, and I mean your voice is incredible. But yeah, I just thought I'm like, what does she think about it? But sort of that sort of explains it. So the album is out April 28th. Whiskey on You went #1 for 6 weeks here in Canada. I know you know those stats. Woo woo. We love you.
Well, I love you.
My favorite quote from you, seriously, and you said it before, is you say, "I'm not here to be cool" or anything like that, but you're so cool.
I mean, like look at I got chills just looking at that picture. Like what an icon. An icon. Yeah.
All pink, but look at this little baby boy.
Oh, where are you getting these pictures?
I love, what are you doing with the shovel? You're like, the photographer's like, let's go get a shovel and go to a bar.
Just was like, so this was before I even moved to Nashville, and he was just like, we got to really embrace the country photography. So let's sit you on a tractor. Let's have you hold a shovel. It's like, come on. Like, and now it's like, we don't do that. Like, we don't need to, you just be yourself and like,
It's one of those things where I went all the way back on your Instagram to find that one. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of that person though? Because I mean, your star is still rising. What do you think about that? The guy with the shovel.
I'm proud of that guy. I think he was trying as hard as he could, and he was determined to do something, and make a difference. And it was just innocent, and I'm proud.
Now, what is Wreckage your next single? Because the labels told me nothing.
No one's saying anything yet, but it's being discussed though. Let's put it that way. I'm not holding back knowledge from you, but it seems like it's leaning that way.
Okay.
But I haven't gotten a green light just yet and stuff. And Arista just closed shop, the name of Arista. So now I'm switched over to RCA. As my radio team and stuff like that. So obviously getting that stuff together and figuring all that out is kind of part of the process, but it seems like Wreckage is doing great. So,
So good. It was one of those songs where it came on and I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know this voice. Who is it? And then I like sound hounded it or whatever.
Really?
And I went, whoa. Like it was so, and then it was one of those songs where you've done it before. You put it on right away again after. You're like, I want to hear that fully through.
Oh man, thanks, Morgan. It's like, I love the intro. I love the din. It just takes you somewhere else. You know what I mean? And it's so hyper emotional. And what's really cool, and I don't mean this in any way of like look at me or anything, but when I listen to it on the highway, for instance, like here, and my dad has the highway on all with Sirius XM and stuff. Like it'll play, and you hear all these different songs. And when that one comes on, it truly does sound different than everything else on there. Like in a way, in a good way, where it sticks out emotionally. It's like, what is, you know? So I do love that aspect of the song, and honestly, the concept of wreckage of, you know, I see everything you've gone through and I still choose you, to me is true. Like that's like I receive you, I accept you, you know, for all your faults and all your beauty, like, and everything, you know. So
it actually has like a worship song vibe, I have to be honest, and it goes both ways, truthfully. I know you don't have much time, Nate, and I always play games with my guests, so let's do this.
She's so fun. Okay, Nate rates. Nate
rates. Where's my bell? I gotta ring it. Okay, so you will have to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 things that are polarizing. So items that people have strong opinions about. Okay, so let's do the first one. You got to do a 1 out of 10. Ketchup on a hot dog. Nate rates
10.
A 10. Okay.
Uh-oh, you were hoping for mustard. You were hoping I was a mustard guy.
Yeah. Are you a mustard guy?
Yeah, I like mustard on there too.
But just ketchup? See, I pass on that. You're giving it a 10. That's all right. That's okay. Let's move on to the next one. It's Nate rates.
I mean, okay. Fries in a shake.
Like a Frosty.
Okay.
Or have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen people dip their fries in shakes.
Okay, so rate that 1 out of 10.
Doing that act, it's freaking delicious. It's a 10. It's like funnel cake. It tastes like funnel cake when you do that.
True. So very, very polarizing. So let's do one more. It's Nate rates. You know, we're very excited about your tour with Thomas Rhett that kicks off in May, your new album. This is a big one.
Ooh, Cadbury cream egg. What do I think about that? I think that's a little gross.
So what do you rate it?
0. 0. I rate a Cadbury cream egg a freaking 0.
It's that orange. Don't put the orange in it. And
I'm not trying to eat raw yolk. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys trying to give me salmonella? Like, what's going on, Cadbury? Not.
Have you ever had one?
I don't want one. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it probably smells. I want nothing to do with that freaking egg.
Well, there we have it. I know not what to get you when you come to Windsor if you ever do roll through. You are amazing. I've been looking forward to this interview all day, especially when I found out. Continue to make country music proud as you're really leading this new generation of artists. Look at this, like the Mount Rushmore of new artists here.
Look at those kids. Look at them go.
Like, that's incredible. That is an incredible lineup right there. So continue to do what you do. And, you know, I know you're doing a couple Canadian dates, but we can't wait to see you maybe around Windsor and Essex County. Okay.
No, for sure. And then April 28th, the album comes out. I appreciate you so much, and I hope to see you in person.
Agreed. Take care.